This is a book bowl summary of the book Just Keep Buying by Nick Maggiulli. Let's talk about something that affects all of us, money. And let's be honest, there's a lot of conflicting advice out there about how to manage your finances. But the truth is, personal finance is not a one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one person might not work for another. Today, we're going to take a different approach, one that's grounded in reality and helps you make informed decisions about your money. We'll debunk some common myths and explore how you can make money work for you. So whether you're drowning in debt or trying to figure out how to invest, this video will give you the tools to make informed decisions about your finances. Let's get started. From fish to finance, why adapting your saving habits is key. We'll start with a story about fish in southern Alaska. In this area, there's a type of fish called Dolly Varden char that survive in a food desert. However, during the early summer months, salmon arrive, and the char go into a feeding frenzy. The biologists were puzzled about how the char survived in the area year-round, despite the lack of food. They discovered that the char had the ability to adapt to their environment. When there's little food available, the char shrink their digestive organs and slow down their metabolism. However, when there's an abundance of food, their organs double in size and their metabolism speeds back up. So, how does this relate to finance? Well, adapting your behavior to your environment is also key to saving. Many financial experts suggest saving a certain percentage of your income, but that doesn't work for everyone. Income is the most significant determinant of savings, and people's incomes can fluctuate throughout their lives. You might earn less when you're young and more when you're older, and many other factors can impact your finances like marriage, children, and job changes. So, the Dolly Varden char's motto, "Eat what you can, when you can," is a great principle to apply to your saving habits. You should save more when you're earning more and less when you're earning less. It's all about adapting to your environment and being flexible with your savings. How to set realistic savings goals by assessing your finances. Let's talk about setting savings goals. It's easy to get caught up in what we think we should be saving, but in reality, it's a simple mathematical equation. You can only save what you have. So, the first step is to assess your finances. To do this, you'll need to take a closer look at your income and expenses. Your income is the easy part. It's the number on your paycheck. But when it comes to expenses, things can get a little trickier. While it's ideal to track every penny you spend, it's not always realistic. Instead, start by determining your fixed costs, such as rent, mortgage payments, and utility bills. Then, estimate your variable expenses such as groceries, dining out, hobbies, and transportation. For example, let's say your weekly grocery run usually costs around $100. Some weeks it's less and other weeks it's more. But on average, you spend about $400 a month on groceries. Apply this same process to all of your expenses and add them up. Once you have a clear picture of your income and expenses, it's time to do the math. Subtract your total expenses from your income, and the remaining amount is what you can save. But is this amount enough? It depends on your lifestyle and long-term goals. As a general rule of thumb, you'll need 25 times your annual expenditure to retire comfortably. However, this number can vary based on your lifestyle. If you're used to a high cost of living, regular foreign travel, and a busy social life, you'll need to save more. If you find that you're not saving enough, don't panic. The first solution is to grow your income. While it may be a painful realization, earning more is the most effective way to increase your savings. The second solution, cutting your quality of life to save more, is not a recipe for happiness. So, start by assessing your finances and setting realistic savings goals that align with your lifestyle and long-term plans. The simple secret to growing your income revealed. Do you want to boost your income? The truth is, there are limits to how much you can save, and eventually, you'll run out of things to cut back on. That's why growing your income is the way to go. But how do you do that? Well, Warren Buffett has some advice for you. Just keep buying stocks. It might sound too good to be true, but hear me out. Most stock markets tend to go up most of the time, even during economic crises like world wars, recessions, and even flu epidemics. For example, during the 20th century, the Dow Jones rose by 160,000% after inflation. So, investing in stocks over the long term is a reliable way to increase your income. Of course, you don't have to focus on a single market. By spreading your investments across multiple markets, you can minimize your risk and maximize your chances of success. One option is to invest in an index of global companies operating in different markets. Now, you might be thinking that you don't know how to invest in stocks or which markets to choose. Don't worry. It's best to consult with a financial advisor who can guide you through the process and help you make the best investment decisions. Remember, historically, the trend for the stock market has been upwards. So, why not hitch your money to that line and watch your income grow over time? Trust me, you won't regret it. The paradox of debt. How desert plants can teach us about financial survival. Let me tell you a story about desert plants and how they can teach us about debt and financial survival. So, in the world's deserts, there are two types of flowering plants, annuals and perennials. Annuals grow, reproduce, and die in a single season, while perennials can live for several years. Now here's the interesting part. Desert-dwelling annuals hold back a portion of their seeds every year, even when the conditions are perfect for germination. It may seem odd, but it's actually a survival strategy. You see, in the harsh desert environment, rainfall is scarce and erratic. If all the seeds sprouted simultaneously, a single drought could wipe out the entire offspring of a plant. So, by holding back some seeds, the plant increases the chances of their early growth coinciding with a rare rainstorm. This strategy is called bet hedging, and it's a concept that also applies to finance. Bet hedging is all about preventing catastrophic losses in case the future turns out badly. And just like the annuals in the desert, we can use this strategy to ensure our financial survival. Now, when it comes to debt, most people believe that it's always bad, but that's not necessarily true. Debt is a tool that can be used or abused, depending on the context. For example, credit cards can have high interest rates, but they can also help low-income earners in times of need. Imagine you have $1,500 in your checking account and $1,000 in credit card debt. You might think that the best move is to pay off the debt and make do with $500. However, just like the annuals holding back some seeds, keeping some debt can be a survival strategy. If you don't have a lot of money, the future can be daunting and one emergency can wipe you out financially. By keeping some debt and paying those high interest rates, you're preserving your future access to credit and ensuring your financial survival. So, the key takeaway here is that debt isn't inherently good or bad. It's a tool that can be used wisely or recklessly depending on the context. The real question is whether debt helps you achieve your financial goals. Just like the annuals in the desert, we can use bet hedging to ensure our financial survival in the long term. Finding the balance between saving and enjoying your money. It's easy to feel guilty about spending money when all the financial advice out there tells you to save every penny you can. But constantly worrying about saving can actually be harmful to your mental health. That's why it's important to strike a balance between saving and enjoying your money. It's true that money is one of the biggest stressors in people's lives, but it doesn't have to be that way. Instead of feeling guilty about every purchase you make, focus on spending money on things that bring long-term fulfillment. According to Daniel Pink's book Drive, things that fulfill us include autonomy, mastery, and purpose. So, when making purchasing decisions, ask yourself if the item will contribute to one of these areas. For example, that daily latte might seem like a frivolous purchase, but it could actually be enhancing your occupational mastery and helping you perform better at work. And other purchases that seem frivolous at first glance might actually contribute to your sense of autonomy or purpose. Remember, money is a tool that can help you create the life you want to live. It's important to figure out what you truly care about, what you want to avoid, and what kind of values you want to promote in the world. Once you have a clear understanding of these things, spending money will become both easier and more enjoyable. So, go ahead and enjoy your money while also being mindful of your long-term fulfillment. We hope this video provided valuable insights and information for you. Which strategy do you think is more effective for growing your income in the long term? Cutting expenses or investing in the stock market? Let us know in the comments. And if you learned something new in this video, make sure to hit the button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you, and until next time.